We continue to follow breaking news this morning in Marquette. Samantha joins us again from outside the hospital. Samantha, tell us what's happening this morning.
Good morning, Andrew. Again, we're here live outside of the UP Health System where the nurses began their strike yesterday morning starting at 7 a.m. They've been out here 24/7. A lot of them have been here, including one of the nurses that we're going to speak to in just a second here. She's been here since 5 p.m. She's been holding on with some heaters, some food and some drinks over here. So, Janie, over there in the parking lot, we can see some of the buses coming in with the replacement nurses. How does that make you feel?
It makes me a little heartbroken. You know, I'm very sad that it's not us going in there to work. Very disappointed that it's us out here, and we're out here because the hospital's pushed us to the point we had to come out here. I'm at peace with the fact that they're bringing in nurses, but on a personal level, I'm convinced that they can't do the job that we do as well as we do it for our patients and our population.
You said the hospital pushed you to this point. Can you remind us again what the issues are that brought you to this strike?
There's multiple issues that brought us to the strike, all revolving around the safe staffing issue at the hospital. We have nurses who are being forced to take care of too many patients at one time. We have nurses who are mandated to stay over. Some units, nurses are being mandated on a daily basis. Every shift, somebody's staying over. We have a system in place called alternative scheduling, where if the hospital doesn't have enough staff, then they can go to this schedule to fill in what they call holes in the scheduling. And unfortunately, in the 4 years that I've worked here, that has gone from being the exception to being the rule. It's forcing nurses to pick up extra shifts, extra time slots, or stay and be mandated constantly.
And behind you, we've been hearing a lot of cars cheering you guys on, honking their horn. How does that make you feel to get that community support?
Phenomenal. The community support means everything to us. You know, everything from other union workers to, you know, Mr. and Mrs. X, who's 85 years old, and all they do is go by and wave at us. It's fantastic. Love our community. That's why I live here.
Thank you so much, Janie. We'll be back with her to talk about more about this strike. Again, we'll have more live updates to you as the morning continues. Reporting live here in Marquette, I'm Samantha Rivera, TV6 News.
Marquette, where the nurses' strike at UP Health System started nearly 24 hours ago, with 24 hours scheduled to remain. Samantha joins us again. Samantha, tell us what's happening in the picket line this morning.
Health System, where the strike began yesterday morning at 7 a.m. They are close to being on 24 hours. They've been out here 24/7. And again with us this morning is registered nurse Janie. Janie, you have some heaters out here, food and drinks. You talk to us a little bit more about the businesses that have come out here and offered free food.
We've had a huge outpouring of goodwill from the community. Constantly all day yesterday, people were dropping off pizzas and cookies and cakes and donuts and water and soda and coffee and hot chocolate. And Sarah Cambenzi came by. She kept her office open all night so we could go over and use the bathroom, get coffee, snacks, that kind of stuff. A little shorter trip than back to the RN building. It has meant the world to us, and on behalf of the nurses out here that have been walking the picket, I just want to let the community know that we really, really appreciate everything they're doing for us.
And it's not just the community out here. You said there was someone who called in from California, right?
Yes. My understanding is it's someone who grew up here, saw on the news what was going on, and then we had come out on strike, and actually called Huron Mountain Bakery and gave their credit card number and ordered coffee and donuts and muffins for us for breakfast. So whoever you are, if you're listening, thank you. We really do appreciate it.
It's an incredible story. And you also wanted to send a message to the community that they could also come out here with you?
Absolutely. If I've ever taken care of you and you want to come out and say hi to me, feel free. You can walk with us on the sidewalks. We would love to have you.
Thank you so much, Janie. We'll, of course, have some more live updates for you throughout the morning and the rest of the day. Earlier, we did see some buses coming in, supplying the replacement nurses from HealthSource Global. The job posting said that they were going to be needed for at least 5 days, and they were being paid at least double, according to the Michigan Nurses Association, what the regular registered nurses here are being paid. Reporting live here in Marquette, I'm Samantha Rivera, TV6 News.
As the nurses strike at UP Health System Marquette is almost halfway through its scheduled time. TV6's Samantha Rivera joins us now from near the picket line. Samantha, what's happening at this early hour?
Good morning, Andrew. We are live outside of UP Health System where the strike started yesterday morning. They started at 7 a.m. It's almost been 24 hours now. And as you can see behind me, they have some heaters right now. They've been going on 24/7. They have heaters, some water bottles, food to keep them going. And with me this morning is Janie, excuse me. She's one of the registered nurses here. So Janie, you told me that you have been here since yesterday morning. You have not left.
No, I've been here since yesterday evening at 5 p.m. I left here yesterday morning after preparing for the strike the night before. Went home, slept a few hours, came back, stayed here all night last night, been walking the picket line.
And what made you decide to stay here for that long?
I just wanted to be here to support my fellow nurses. You know, I'm a firm believer when you commit to something, you commit wholeheartedly, and you don't just stop because something is a little tiresome or a little uncomfortable. You keep on going. You got to have that drive to keep going to get things done.
Can you remind viewers at home of what the issues are, why the strike is happening?
Strike is happening right now because of the issues with safe staffing. And it's not what some people think, that you've got too many patients or something like that, but we have some nurses who are working 12 and 16-hour shifts, sometimes 3-4 times a week. And that's just not safe. I personally would not want somebody taking care of my family member who's critically ill on hour 15 of a 16-hour shift, especially if they've done 2 or 3 more of them in the last week or so. They're exhausted, and it's not safe for the patients.
Thank you so much, Janie. Some very important issues that we'll be talking to her more throughout the morning. Reporting live here in Marquette, I'm Samantha Rivera, TV6 News.
Thank you very much, Samantha. And from the hospital's perspective, the hospital letting patients know it is 100% operational. We want to also let you know that there are some reduced entrances for the hospital this morning, working with reduced staffing. But again, the hospital saying it is 100% operational as the strike continues. Breaking news this morning out of Marquette, the nurses strike happening at UP Health System Marquette. More than 25 hours left. We're heading out now to TV6's Samantha Rivera for an update. Good morning again, Samantha.
Good morning, Andrew. Again, we are live outside of the UP Health System where the nurses started their strike yesterday morning. They have been going on 24/7. A lot of these nurses have been here for a while. One nurse that we spoke to earlier says she's been here since 5 p.m. yesterday. And this strike, again, started yesterday at the RN Council headquarters on 3rd and Magnetic. They started the strike with an opening from a group of Native Americans who gave them a blessing, traditional blessing with some drums playing, getting ready for these next couple of days. Again, this strike could potentially go on until tomorrow morning, ending at 6:59 a.m. You have just been seeing a lot of community support out here all morning, day, and night yesterday. A lot of cars stopping by, beeping, just cheering them on. A lot of support. And again, the hospital wants to remind viewers at home that they are running business as usual. They do have replacement nurses that they have been supplied with from HealthSource Global. However, these new replacement nurses, according to the Michigan Nurses Association, are being paid more than double what the regular registered nurses are being paid. And talk for contract negotiations are not going on right now, but they could potentially continue on after the strike tomorrow. And we'll, of course, have some more live updates for you as the morning continues. Reporting live here in Marquette, I'm Samantha Rivera, TV6 News.
Thank you very much, Samantha. Of course, you can stay with Upper Michigan Source for continuing coverage. We'll have more live updates throughout this newscast. You can also get the latest information and live reports through our TV6 and Fox UP Facebook page, uppermichigansource.com, and our TV6 mobile app. Remember, the mobile app from TV6 is free and can be downloaded through your phone's app store. Tomorrow morning at 6:59, I'll be reporting live outside the hospital to show you what happens when the strike is scheduled to end. Those live updates will continue throughout the Today Show tomorrow morning, which airs from 7 until 9 o'clock Eastern Time.